Hello sexy, today's video is a video response to Alfie Days off of Pointless Blog, you know, that one with the cute face off of Brighton. He's one of the first people I ever subscribed to actually, weirdly. I don't know why or how it happened, but I just think he's really nice and he comes across really nice and he's got a nice way about him and stuff, so I still watch his videos. What are you gonna fucking do about it? He did a video called My First Time and now I'm gonna do it because I'm very lazy and I don't like to come up with my own ideas. Sadly, Alfie let us down right at the start of his video and told us that it wasn't gonna be about his first sexual experience. I'll see what I can do about that one, but first, my first pet. Pretty sure I've told you this, YouTube. My first pet was a cat. I think I was born after the cat. I think the cat was older than me. I resented that. So one day when it was sitting on a window ledge, I pushed it off 2 floors. Down it went. As you all know, cats have got 9 lives and they land on their feet. So she was fine, but I did try and kill her. My first kiss. Being a proper loser, my first kiss wasn't until I was 19 years old when I was in County Durham visiting a wonderful friend of mine called Aaron Bowman. He had a house party and one of the people at that house party was a boy and I liked him and he liked me and we met that night and we decided that we would kiss that night and it was really nice. And I don't know if he knows it was my first kiss, I think he does. If he doesn't, then it was my first CD. The first CD I ever owned was this one right here that I'm holding. This is it. I bought this. It's Wigfield Saturday Night. This was released in 1994. I was about 7. The thing is, I don't think I went to the shop to buy this. I think I requested to own it, and then it was bought for me. And if you want to be serious in that, the first album I ever bought that people these days would still go, good album, credible album, cool album, man. You were so cool as a kid. I bought this in 1999 with my own money. Eminem, Slim Shady LP. That is probably the first cool album I ever bought. And, you know, it was the start of a lifetime of being pretty fucking cool. My first concert. I have told you this before on Nerimon's YouTube survey, but the first band I ever went to see live were Another Level. But I didn't really like them that much. They were just a pop band who came to my hometown and my mum took me. That was it really. I was excited at the time, but, you know, looking back, I wasn't the biggest Another Level fan ever. The first band I did go to see that I really fucking loved, and it was proper, like, my proper first gig. My mum took me on the eve of one of my birthdays. Absolutely can't work that out. It was Tuesday the 23rd of November 2004. I went to see The Darkness at Brixton Academy, a place that I would return to so many times to see so many better artists. My first fear. I guess my first fear was going to sleep in the dark, or more specifically, going to sleep in the silence and dark. I always needed something on around me, and I still need that now. It's not because I'm scared anymore. I can eventually go to sleep if it's silent, but my brain just continues to whiz around with thoughts that keep me awake. Whereas if I'm listening to something, it can focus on that. And then my eyes quickly trick it and go, just have a sleep while he's thinking about that. So I think that's how I deal with it now. But yeah, before I did used to be a bit scared to go to sleep just in the silence. So I always used to have my TV on playing a video. That would be how I'd go to sleep always. I'd always have a video playing. My first job. My first proper job was in a restaurant called Truffles, which was owned by my mum, and I loved working there. Have you noticed that I've had a prop for almost every answer? I just keep stuff. Stuff is just kept. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't have my first cat stuffed to show you. But yeah, Truffles was amazing. It was a really good little restaurant in Hythe in Kent, and it didn't get enough business because the climate was just about to all collapse, and also Hythe is one of the smallest, most unpopulated towns ever, so it was never really going to happen. But great place to work. I worked there and lived above it. Loved living above it and working there because it was amazing, because I got to just be so free and on my own, and I had a car that I could drive around and my friends used to come round and we'd just have the best times. Oh, it was such a good time. My first sexual experience. So this one wasn't on Alfie's list, but I thought I'd do it because I'm not as much of a pussy as Alfie. My first sexual experience, I'm gonna just tell you right now, because why not just tell everyone everything about your life? What sort of trouble could that get you into in the future? Probably loads. My first sexual experience was a one-night stand, and I don't care about it. People say, like, when you're growing up and stuff, or like, it's just the done thing to be like, make sure it's with someone very special, because If it isn't, I can't imagine what is going to happen to you in life. It's alright. It doesn't really matter. Sex isn't very important. It's love that's important, and feelings and that sort of stuff. Like, my experience of love is way more important to me and has shaped me as a person, and all of that affected me a lot more than my first sexual experience, which hasn't affected me at all. It's just a thing that happened. Went to a club called Coco. I ended up dancing with a boy who was from Brazil. He was called Louis, and I went back to his house. It took a long time to get back to his house. A long time. I don't know where he bloody lived. I still can't remember where he lived. I obviously walked from his house to the tube. It was quite a way. I think I had to get a bus to the tube even. It was fucking ages, honestly. I'm sure he lived almost outside of London. But we went back there and, yeah, things occurred. And there you go. That's how I lost my virginity, YouTube. So, I mean, do you want to take anything else from me? Any more of my dignity? Any more of my life? Do you need me to tell you anything else? If you do, leave it in the comments, baby. At night, dance like a white moon. Pretty baby, I'll make your mind and I'll take it to the top. Be my baby. I should be more careful what I do when it's recording, because I know that my future self will put it on the end of the video.